Borrow Smart segment being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Tiny behavioral shifts can lead to big changes in your finances. Put 6 months of emergency savings aside. Save your retirement, have a budget, save more than you spend. You're likely well aware of the basic tenets of sound financial habits and what you should be doing with your money to take care of past, present, and future you. But actually doing those things is an entirely different story. So why do we make illogical choices about our money that aren't in our best interest? The reason can be partly chalked up to behavioral economics, or the merger of psychology and economics. We'll go over a few of these cognitive distortions and how to build solid habits to improve our overall money situation. Putting things off until tomorrow, or using tomorrow's money today because we don't want to. That's all your credit card is, right? Your credit card is saying, I really can't afford this, so I'm going to pull that desire into today. We plan to start our diets tomorrow and plan to behave better in the future, says some of the the scientists. But tomorrow always becomes today, and we start that process over again. This is according to Scott Rick, a behavioral scientist at the University of Michigan's Ross School of Business. We always have less willpower than we plan to have. In turn, we end up putting off those changes that can help us getting our head around how credit scores work, setting up an emergency savings account, or speaking to a financial advisor on our retirement goals, to name a few. Going for short-term gain instead of long-term reward. A handful of studies show that the brain is wired to choose immediate gratification over long-term reward. Why is that? In part, it's because when it comes to decisions that have to do with immediate rewards, the brain is more heavily influenced by neural systems linked with emotion. We have a lot of lofty plans, but there are just immediate temptations that loom larger than future benefits of restraining ourselves, according to Rick. Things that happen in any later point than now, we tend to care less about. The prescription, you don't know enough to get started. With the litany of personal financial books, publications, and talking heads out there, it's easy to feel like you don't know enough. Plus, you might feel overwhelmed and not sure where to get started with making moves to better your finances. Someone might not feel they have the financial literacy required to do something meaningful with their money. Many people would score well on a financial literacy quizzes, but if you ask them how many questions do you think you got right, they underestimate how well they did. Some people feel this stuff is daunting and they don't realize they're actually capable of navigating it. Why do you think we put out the quiz? rsrlinks.com/FHIQ, rsrlinks.com/FHIQ. Take the quiz. It doesn't take hardly any time. See what your score is. What can you do about it? Now that we've gone over some of the cognitive distortions and biases about your finances, here are some tips on making small moves. It's these minor shifts you can make today that lead to long-term changes that can lead to major improvements. Add barriers to your spending. As they say, make it hard to do the wrong thing and easy to do the right thing. To curb overspending, puts up speed bumps, suggests Rick. When you throw up these speed bumps, it'll make it harder for you to spend, he says. For instance, delete your credit card info from online platforms like Amazon and your favorite online retailers, or unlink your PayPal account. Train yourself to be financially prudent. Individuals who are prudent have a tough time spending and can actually feel pain when they part with their money. These behaviors can help you slow down your spending. You can also slow down your spending by entering all your physical receipts into a spreadsheet. Sounds burdensome? That's the point. Plus, it'll help you remember what you spent your money on. Have an accountability buddy. Having someone who can help. That's my wife. She always tells me what I can't do. Having someone who can help you keep tabs on your spending can help you stay on track with your goals. For instance, you can touch base about once a week with someone you trust in your tribe, a friend, partner, family member, spouse, on how much you spend on discretionary purchases, or maybe you can give a weekly update of your savings or debt payoff goals. These check-ins don't need to be extensive by any means. Automate your savings. When you're overwhelmed by your money, automating your savings can give you a motivational boost and help you make long-term changes, and it doesn't have to be a significant amount. Even starting with a few bucks a week can add up to over several months. The key is get the ball rolling and lay the groundwork for your savings goals. That way, when you're feeling more confident and are raking in more income, you'll be able to save more and see the pile of cash grow quickly. When you have less to spend, you may learn to work with what you have. This can also help you save more aggressively. Do a financial audit. It's also good to reassess your budget regularly. This can include review your budget for some needs, review subscriptions to see which ones you need or may be able to remove. Check your progress on paying off debt, review progress on your emergency fund. Check your FICO scores. Cleanall3.com. Cleanall3.com is our source for that. Look into new bank accounts that might be better fit for your needs. Shop around for better auto and homeowners insurance. Do that all the time. Bottom line, small changes are good hygiene. It's not going to have immediate transformative effects, but it can just spend some time adapting your practices, like cleaning up your wallet and online accounts. Maybe there are Excel files or researching online banking sites that work for you. Just give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. We are happy to give you a hand with that. That's the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by RSRHomeselect.com, RSRHomeselect.com.